All right, welcome in everyone. Ignacio is trying to get Mike Lodestark from Carrier Tools. Let's see what's going on. See if he's having issues getting in or what's going on. But tonight we are going to be talking about uh Carrier Tools app that a few of the Hispanic community has created, and and they're all truck drivers. There's Ignacio. And there is Mike. Welcome in, Mike. Why don't you go
Hey,
ahead and introduce yourself?
hey,
I was
Chris.
just
My name
talking
is
about
Mike.
carrier tools a little bit.
Right, my name is Mike, and I'm here to let you guys know, or I will introduce you guys to Carrier Tools. It's an app. I've been in the industry for over 30 years, and then we're trying to see if we can improve, and I help the industry to be better every day. That's basically what we're trying to do.
All right. Why don't you give us a little bit of a rundown on who created this and what it's for?
Okay, I mean, like 6 or 7 owner operators. We developed Carrier Tools, seeing there's says there's no school for being an owner operator or being a driver, or just knowing or teaching the know-how on how to run a trucking company, or just do just your normal stuff as an owner operator, like know your numbers, and there's so many other things that sometimes people ignore once they come in the industry. So we decided to, hey, you know what? Why don't we just develop an app that will actually teach, the know-how, the behind the scenes, not just the driving. Well, not the driving part, but figuring out your operating cost. If you have like questions about, hey, how do you do this, per se, like, you know, uh, sometimes you as an owner operator ignore a lot of numbers, and also like the whole thing about running the business, or how to charge and all that. Let's say you find yourself to be in Dallas, okay, and then you're not from Dallas or Houston per se, and then you find a load going to Houston from Dallas, okay, but you do not know what the rate is, that load is being moved in real time. So, Carrier Tools, what it does is like, okay, we find, or we have somebody that is also a member per se. I mean, that is going to be able to like let you know and tell you, how much is a lot moving for in real time. So you go and then check the app, and then it'll tell you, hey, you know what, this load moves for such and such a price. So instead of like you trusting the low bore or whatever the broker is telling you, you actually see it. You actually get the information for somebody that really has done it before. So that way you don't do it for cheap. Because remember what a lot of brokers say, that hey, you know what, if you ask for a rate and then they tell you, oh no, that's too high, or whatever, and they always tell you that, hey, if you don't do it, somebody else will anyway. So that way, you can make an informed decision, on how, on what to, rate, or book that load for in real time. And also, not just that, I mean, it also has, per se, like what we call that the SOS button, which is, let's say you break down the middle of nowhere, okay, and you need help, and you know who to call. So what you do is like you push that SOS button and explain what's going on, and then somebody that is in the near vicinity can either help you or give you points on what to do, in certain situation. And somebody will come to your aid, or at least be there backing you up. Okay, and also basically it's information that we all have that the next guy will not have. Okay, let's say like a mechanic shop or something certain area, and somebody will need that. So what you do is just go to Carrier Tools and then post your road services or whatever. So let's say if you well, again you're in Dallas per se and you don't know who to call, somebody that's been on the site, I mean on the app, will list the mechanics and all that, and then if you need it, you just put the name of the town or whatever, and then they can check it out, and they can have somebody that can back them up. They can call somebody that have used the system before, or they have used this road service or something, so you won't get ripped off, and somebody's gonna like really do a job, and also has remarks and reviews on the people that we're recommending. So it's pretty much like it's us supporting each other with information. It's a site that is for communicating. It's an app for communicating, so we can navigate the industry better. So we're not just left out without any kind of a without any kind of information, so we can you know do better per se. I don't know if it makes any sense. That's pretty much like Air Tool does in a nutshell, and many 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 more things. So it's completely free of charge, completely free of charge. Whatever information that is beneficial to me, like I always say, it's like, hey, we don't have to like each other, but as long as my information is beneficial to you, and your information is beneficial to me, that's all matters. That's all it matters. So that's what basically Carrier Tools is all about. Man, there's a noise in there. It's like a background noise that's kind of driving me nuts. Sorry. Are you there?
Yeah, we're listening to you.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So
basically, it's a platform for communication. It's a platform for us to network with each other. It's a platform that is aimed to uh, to help you with basic information. So it's about learning from each other, and help each other out. It's completely free of charge, like I said. There's always going to be free of charge. It's something that is for us, meaning us, you and I, the drivers, for us, by us, and it's completely controlled by us. There's no third parties. Nobody's ever going to sell you anything or charge you anything. I mean, so I invite you guys to definitely unload the app and go through it, and see that, hey, there's good intentions behind it. It's created by people that's been in the industry for many years, and everybody's welcome.
thank you, Low Shark. I appreciate that. I'm going to share a little bit about Carriers Tools and the community. Um, my Chris reached out to me one day. He says, Ignacio, I have somebody from the Spanish speaking community that is looking for somebody that will help them uh, through the crossover to the Anglo community. And to be honest with you guys, I've never been in my own community with the Spanish
Right?
community. And Chris came up to me and pitched this idea to me. And I don't know if you guys know, but I've been running that truckers from past, present, and future for the past 8 years, 9 years, and that's how I was able to meet Chris, and through that, Low Shark, right? So when I came over, gave Mike a call and asked him, Mike, Chris told me about you, what you guys got going on. And mind you, I haven't even been in the Spanish community for years, if not decades. So I'm ignorant of what's going on in that community. So I talked to Mike. He told me what they had going. So basically, when I came into the Spanish community, I was able to learn that, man, they're very organized. They have a true old school brotherhood. going on. And not only that, they had great tools.
Right.
So when I was reuniting with my community and learning, uh, I was actually very conservative about it, very doubtful, and very respectful at the same time. So this is what I learned coming into the Spanish community. I realized that they were very united, they were very friendly, and they were actually learning how to speak the English language because of the English language proficiency enforcement. That's something that they had. They had a teacher there, and I actually joined the Lives. It's called the academy, the academia. They have professionals teaching them how to speak Spanish, not only speaking Spanish, but speaking Spanish in a professional manner, dealing with the officers, dealing with the government as far as with the IFTA, dealing with MC numbers. So their standard of English language is higher than even mine, because when the teacher tested me, I failed maybe 3 questions in English. So that taught me, man, they're learning in a higher standard than even myself. The other thing that they had going was they had meetings every week with a retired officer from Texas. His name is Oscar Garay. This man knows the laws and regulations, and he had a lot of people working under him in the scale houses. So he comes every week and he has been teaching us. I even joined them, teaching us
Right.
about rules and regulations, policies, and FMCSA scores, CSA, PSP, MSM. So he tells you, he teaches all of us, right? And all this is for free. I'm even learning, just joining them and learning how the community is working. So basically, after me join here and there, some of my spare times, I realized that, man, this is old school trying to teach the new school on how to do business to protect the community, but not only the community of truckers. Just like Mike's saying, whatever they've learned through the decades in the industry, they try to educate the newcomers so they don't come and pollute the industry with low rates, with unsafe driving, with ignorance in the industry, right? So they're trying to educate, they're trying to pass the knowledge, the wisdom that they know, at the
Right.
same time keeping the ethics of competition, right? Because we can
Mhm.
share everything, we can help each other out, but we're not going to share our contacts. We're not going to share our personal rates and all that. So there is a lot of ethical in there, but also a lot of education. I was actually under Spanish or English classes yesterday, learning myself on how to respond and some of this abbreviation, some of these terms that the officers might use out there. And you know what? I'm still learning. So another thing that I did experience, I'm very skeptical, right? I work with maybe like 15 projects with innovation, right? I work with Relay. I work with even with Scott, right? We learn about LM, or even a lot of these new projects to help us do paperwork in the office, things that are
Sure.
teaching us how to come up with the operation cost. So I'm very skeptical because a lot of them think, okay, I'm going to change the world with my application, and most of them have failed, to be honest with you. But I gave Carrot Tools a shot. This is how it came real to me. I was loaded, and I have a dedicated run with appliances. I have a set schedule time through Home Depot over in Tucson, Arizona. So I've been doing this lane for about a year and a half. So here I am, go pick up my trailer that's loaded, and I usually give myself 3 hours of lead time just in case something does happen. And sure enough, I go to the yard ready to take off, and my front tire is flat. So I'm thinking, man, how can I get a flat tire? I just checked my truck, and it's a Firestone on it, and it's like brand new. How did this happen? So, anyways, I'm calling my mechanic at 1 a.m. and he's not picking up. I'm calling my next mechanic because I have a plan B. He's not picking up. And I remember of Carrier Tools, and this is a perfect time to give them a shot. I said, I open up, just like Mike says, I open up the application. It shows me where I am and the mechanics around there. By the grace of God, there was somebody that already had an emergency, maybe just like I did at that moment, and gave a tire guy a call. And they took the time to post their experience there. This guy was maybe like 10 minutes away from me at 1 in the morning. And I'm thinking, they're not going to answer. I called the guy. The guy was able to answer and gave me a price and was able to come over to me. My mistake was that I thought it was a flat tire. I'm thinking, man, he's going to patch me up. I'm going to get going. It's going to be maybe like 40, 50, $100, whatever it takes. I just need to get going. The guy came over. He saw that it was not a flat. My tire had a slash on the inside that I didn't even see. So he was able to point this out. He says, you know what? I didn't break any tires. What kind of tire are you looking for? Because this tire is no good. He says, you know what? I like to get good tires in the front. If anything, just the steering tires got to be good quality tires. We all hate to pay the price for steered good tires, but you know what? It is a life-saving investment. So I told him, you know, if you have a Firestone, if I'd be more than happy to pay. You know what? The guy ended up selling me this tire at like $450, and I'm thinking, man, all I have to do is align this tire later on, or balance it. I'm sorry, balance this tire later on.
Yeah,
and you know what?
Yeah,
you know what? To my surprise, what happened? This guy had bags. He went old school on me. I remember using balancing bags in Yuma, Arizona, maybe 15 years ago. This guy still had the old school method of putting a bag inside your tire to balance itself out. So he even was equipped with that at the yard at this time, maybe 2 a.m. You know what? That saved me a time to go and balance this tire. So at the end of the night, him going back to his house to get that tire, took my old tire, replaced the tire. He charged me $700. And you know what? I gave this guy a hug, and he even gave me one of his night pants. He says, "Thank you for calling me. Stay safe out there." And I even made a video or put him up on that application they're talking about. So I'm starting to do that. I'm not the greatest with technology, but whenever I encounter good service, good people out there that are still supporting us, that are still honest, that are still professionals, that have great service, I do put them up there. So just like not only with that, but I have 2 more experiences using their application. It really works.
Good.
This is truckers putting information for truckers. And if we take a minute to share a good experience on there, we might benefit from it ourselves. I know I benefited from the application 3 times when I was in a crunch. So I do recommend this application. You cannot go wrong. It's free. So not only it is created by drivers for drivers, but it's free. But they also have like free classes if you need to catch up or refresh your experience with the rules and regulations. You can actually join the lives. I know they have some in Spanish, and you can actually speak to Oscar Garay. He is bilingual. But also, if you are struggling to speak fluent English, or at least the level of the standard what the government is expecting from you, they have English classes as well. But not only that, but I think the greatest thing about them as truckers, which I believe is the greatest resource, is them as human beings. There's a great community because they're not going to judge you if you ask questions. They're not going to try to give you malicious information. They are trying to educate you. So when you come into the industry, you know what you're doing and you don't harm the industry as a whole, dealing with safety, dealing with rates, and dealing with ethical behavior out on the road. That's what I learned, and I still join them. because they have great programs. They have good intentions for common good.
Exactly. It's all about networking. It's all about helping each other out in a positive way. It's all about making our industry stronger with information. A lot of people talk about, hey, a lot of people talk about strikes. We need to like get our word across, but how can we get our word across? We don't really have a clear agenda. So with information, information makes us stronger. And networking is something that is going to help us out, to be profitable. And what we ignore, like we always say, there's not a school for the owner operator. So what is there left for us to do? Just learn from each other, I say. So that's why we came out with Care Tools as a tool to make us better, make us more profitable, and make us more informed. So that's what Care Tools is all about.
I'm trying to get this to share my screen so we could go over the app. So we can show the app. Mike, you got any questions for
Yeah, so how much does this
Moonshine?
app cost?
Nothing. Completely free of charge, sir.
Oh, that's cool. And it has what all is it? What's it called in the app store? Carrier tools.
Yeah, Care Tools. Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll have to look at
We
it and
have,
check it out.
as in right now, we're nearing 10,000 members. And also, we also have a warning button that say you're going to advise people of something happening in a certain state, whatever. You push the button, and then it gives a location where you are, and then so you can let everybody know what's going on.
Okay. Yeah, I'll have to download it and check it out.
And it's in many languages too. It's multi-language, so it's all about connecting with each other.
You figured out, Chris?
No.
There's an echo going on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's because I'm on my tablet.
Okay.
I'm trying to get the screen share.
Yeah, just on top of my head, they have what they call an SOS. I haven't tried that myself, but I've seen or I've heard testimonies from the group itself where somebody had a broken hose and they pressed the SOS button, and because there's 10,000 drivers on there, I've heard stories where another driver saw the SOS alarm going on and they actually went to assist that driver, and they happened to have the tools or the parts. And if not, they were able to go get the parts and able to patch the driver to get him off the road. That I've heard maybe 3 or 4 times already. I haven't tried it myself. Thank God that I haven't.
Actually, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Ignacio. It happened to me. I was in Kankakee, Illinois. I was in a pilot, right? And then the linkage of my clutch came undone. So, and I was right there on the pallet. So I looked around looking for a piece of wire so I can get it, just so I can get myself going, right? Uh, Pilot wouldn't sell wire, spools of wire. So I just posted that I needed some wire, and here it comes. Believe it or not, a Mexican driver, a B1 driver, one of those double plated drivers. Hey, I got a piece of wire. And he was right down the lot. And he let me have a piece of wire, and I was able to fix it and fix the truck and get me going. So I'm a testament of that.
So this is kind of like the old school CB radio, right? This is kind of works similar to it.
Sorta, but it's more than
And
anything, CV was used for communication, so we can keep up with everything. But this one is like a multi-level with more information. You don't have to use. It's just like I said, it's networking with each other, just helping the industry be stronger.
yeah,
Okay. So
I was able to log into it during this 72-hour blitz, and I did see that some of the drivers out there put some of the locations where the blitz was going on. So whether you want to go through it or not, that's up to you. But at least some people would alert you, hey, this is what's going on over here. So there's some closures, right? So there's a lot of activity going on there. There's actually a chat as well. So if you have questions, one of the greatest things that I discovered on this application that there's a lot of old school truck drivers on there. If you're new and you don't know what's going on with your truck, some of this guy might be able to help you out. And if they can't, they might recommend somebody around there, or might even help you on how to navigate a breakdown in the middle of nowhere.
Right,
so I've got the
right.
app up on my tablet. This is the only way I could figure out how to do this. So you want to walk us through this? This is the dashboard right here for the Carrier Tools app.
Like I said, I invite
Can you see it?
everybody to download the app, and again, it's completely free of charge. There's never going to be a bill. There's never going to be anybody asking you for money or anything like that at all. The only thing that we ask you, if you could possibly upload your information as far as like mechanics, as far as like places of interest, like restaurants and stuff like that. So the next guy that doesn't know that or doesn't have the information can access the information and also make use of it as well. So yeah.
So from there, Mike, what do you do? What does those three buttons mean?
The what now?
The screen that Chris has there? Do you have an
All right,
iPhone
let me see.
yourself? Do you see that when you log in?
Yeah, I see it. Hold on, let me see if I can see it because I see it kind of far away. Okay, so you have the SOS
Okay.
button I can see as well, but just push the buttons and then you know what? More than anything, you know what? If I would encourage you guys to download the app and start pushing buttons and start exploring it, because you know what? We're not all tech savvy here, but we're all learning with each other. So if you want to send a text message to everybody in the community, if you have any questions, just do it. Don't be afraid to do it. Like I said, first of all, it's not going to be any charge, and second of all, hey, you know what? It helps you learn. You know, we all can learn with each other. I'm trying to
So
look at the things I see it so far away. I think I'm using my phone. I just can't really see that far away.
okay. So what is that yellow button?
Yeah,
What does that yellow button say?
Let me see it. I don't see it.
Says warning.
I don't see it. The yellow
Okay,
button. I don't see it.
those are those are like the events on the road live, just like when you are using your GPS. It tells you there's an officer ahead, there's debris on the center lane. So the yellow button is for warnings. That's something that I use for
Right.
the inspections on the blitz. That's what that's for. What is the red one? Is that for the SOS button?
Yeah,
Yes, I
that's
can see
the
that.
SOS
That's
button.
the SOS button.
So if you are stranded with a breakdown, what do you do with the red button for the SOS to activate for yourself?
You push the button, and then there's a screen gonna come out that's gonna ask you what's your problem, and then describe what the problem is, and then I think there's gonna be a send button, and then you send it in, and then it'll give your GPS location, and it's gonna broadcast your inquiry.
Okay, and all of us are able to see this driver that is broken down in a need, right?
Exactly, Exactly, they're gonna be able to see you on the GPS. Yes,
Excellent. Okay, so what do we have on the green button?
the green, jeez, I can't see it.
Job board.
See what it's looking at.
It says job board.
Ignacio, can you see better? I just can't see it. Sorry.
Maybe Chris can read to us what that says.
It says job board. Can you not hear me?
Okay. Yeah,
Create driver
no, I had a
profile.
hard time hearing you. Okay, that's just the profile. So where do we go here to the general maybe menu, or the where they have all the like the mechanics, the references? Where do we go from here? Does it have like wording? I have an Android phone. This is an iPhone, so I'm not familiar with this
So right
screen.
here,
Okay. Oh, there you go.
it pops up a map. It says, so let me go back. So
Okay.
I'm trying to get this to focus and it won't focus right.
It's okay. Maybe you can run us through it.
It means I can't see it. I just can't. I mean,
It'd
I'm
be,
It's okay.
it'd be a lot better if this was screen sharing
my
and I
screen
can't
shows a little
figure
bit
it out.
different because it shows the map and.
It's okay. Chris can let us know as he discovers those buttons, because it's very basic, very simple.
So
Yeah, it's
on the
very tracker
dashboard,
friendly. It's very user friendly. Like I said, I encourage you guys to download it. You really don't need much information. You just need your email address and I believe your phone number, and that's it. Nobody's gonna sell your information either. Nobody's making any profit of it at all. I mean, basically, what we're trying to do is just bring information, to the industry and free of charge, and honest information.
Yeah, one thing that I do emphasize is this information. It is good experiences only. For example, if
Okay.
we call a mechanic, like in my case, and if somebody would have came, sold me a Firestone tire, it's a steer tire, the guy had to go twice because I thought it was just a flat, and it was not a flat, it was a replacement of a tire. If this guy would have charged me $1,000, I might have not put him on this application here. I only put him there because he was very professional. His prices were very good, and it was a very good experience because he got me out of a jam at 1 a.m. So remember, everything you see here, it is good experiences. We're not gonna call Joe down the street and he's gonna rob us and we're gonna put him here. No, we never do that. We're only gonna put people that we experience good experiences with. People that are still
Right, and
supporting us, people that are understanding us.
yeah, but also if you have bad review or something, you can also list it. You can also like put a bad review so you let the next guy know.
Okay,
So yeah, we can you can do that too.
okay. I haven't gone to that. Thank you for adding that. I haven't had any bad experiences yet using the people that were recommended by other drivers. So I've
Right,
been having good experience with that so far.
Yeah, if
right.
you're the
So like I said, we
if
encourage you
you're
to
the
like
believe
let's say
review.
download the app and put all your good information in there as far as mechanics, as far as like places of interest, restaurants with parking for trucks, safe place to be, as far as parking, and also if we worry about competition as far as like lanes and rates and all that, post how much you're moving that lane for. You don't have to tell the broker or the customer and all that. Just post it so the next guy that is in that area and ignores the rates for that certain lane, can really charge accordingly to what you did. So that way we're all informed, and also we have a calculator that helps you out figuring out your operating costs, and that's completely free of charge as well.
But on the review side there, Ignacio, it shouldn't. I mean, even if it's a bad review, it lets other people know. Because I mean, if that guy would have came out there and charged you $1,500, your review could have been that was the only person I could get a hold of, and I feel that he took advantage of a bad situation and overcharged me, something crazy.
Absolutely, Mike. You have a very good point. I was not aware of that because the 3 times that I used them, it's been a great experience, but I was not even aware of that. But that you're absolutely right. Even the gougers, right? Even bad experiences, we got to put them there. Hey, don't call this guy around you. Absolutely. I didn't even know they had that application for that as well, but it makes complete sense. Thank you for noting that.
No problem.
So Trucker Steve, CDL instructor,
I'm getting
he's
a really
watching
bad
over on
feedback or something. I
LinkedIn.
just like noises.
Mike,
Which one?
Moonshine.
Yeah.
Why don't you try to mute your mic real quick? See if that works. Yeah. All right. So Trucker Steve, CDL instructor, he's watching over on LinkedIn. It says, looks like a good product, helpful tool. I don't know if
Hey,
you
is
guys
anybody
can
saying
see the
anything? Because I can't
comment.
hear anything.
You can't hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. I don't know if there's anybody else talking. So
no, it's in the comments, Mike. There's people watching and they're commenting on what they're listening. So repeat the comment, please, Chris.
Trucker Steve, CDL instructor, looks like a good product, helpful tool.
It is a great tool. It depends what kind of level you're in trucking.
I don't think Mike can hear me.
Who, Load Shark? Because we have 2 mics.
Yeah, Load Shark.
Yeah, Mike, Load Shark, can you hear us?
No, I can hear you, but that's the only thing I can hear.
Okay. Basically, he's reading a comment from somebody that is watching this live.
Okay.
He was just saying that he believes that this is a good application that is very helpful. Yes, you're welcome.
Ignacio, let them know I'm going to drop them and then bring them back in.
Like I said, we invite everybody to download it, give it a shot. Like I said, it's multi-language, and it's all about helping us out navigate the industry in a better way with more information, with more tools in your hands, so you can do better decisions, and also what I don't know, and you can teach me or show me. It helps me be better, and what I can teach you or show you, it makes you feel better. Like I said, we don't have to like each other, but as long as we're helping each other out with information, I think it'll make us better. Make us better as a participant of the industry. I like to say, we're just in this industry. There's not that much information out there, and then it seems like everybody and their mother wants money from us. So it is completely free of charge. It's just networking at its best, and then just makes us better.
Absolutely. Chris is telling me he's gonna drop you and come back on so you can hear him as well, Mike.
Okay, sounds good. Yeah, because I can only hear you. I don't hear.
Yes, he's gonna drop you. Come back, please. So what do you think, Mike? These guys, they're humble enough to say, listen, if there's something missing on this application, let us know what we can do to improve it. What do you think about that?
Oh, that's a pretty good idea. I mean, if you're going to have something like that, I mean, you got to be open-minded about things, and take suggestions from people, and see if it's going to be a fit for what for what you're doing.
Absolutely. What do you think,
The
Chris?
low shark hearing us now? Low
I
shark.
can't barely hear you.
I don't know why.
Turn your volume up or something.
It is up.
Because I can hear
Now
you.
we can hear you.
The what?
Okay, good. He can hear you now.
Hmm.
What about you, Lord Shark?
Okay.
Can you hear Chris? Are you back, Mike?
Nope, he just
Nope.
went away.
Oh, there he
Are you
is.
there, Low shark?
I can hear you now, Chris.
Oh,
Okay.
awesome. We're
I
back
was
in
only
business.
able to listen to Chris.
Let's just blame Chris.
Blame technology. The fucking technology. Yeah.
Hey, I'm learning too, man. I really don't know how to, what you're doing. I'll be completely like a fish out of water. So
Yeah, well,
And this is why it took a long time, to be honest with you guys, because the way me and Chris we were talking about how can we help Carrier Tools get a little bit more noticeable, right? How do we tell the public for them to download this application that is not a gimmick, that is not deceiving, that is just from truckers to truckers to help
right,
each other out and to better the industry. And you know what? They thought that they might not be maybe qualified to come out here and speak. So I really congratulate Mike Low Shark for
thank you.
being able to represent Carrier Tools, represent what he created along with the group. So it takes this. I mean, I still get a little nervous sometimes. Sometimes I feel like, man, is it bigger than me? But you know what? If we don't do it amongst each other, the government's not going to do it. Corporations are not going to do it. So this is what it looks like. Truckers sharing with truckers. We're trying to figure
Exactly.
things out right here.
here's the thing. Here's
So
the thing.
it's
Okay.
basically like saying, "Help us, help you."
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So here's the thing. If we don't do this ourselves, it is not going to get done for us.
No, exactly.
Absolutely.
That's
And we
exactly
don't
why
have
I'm putting this together, putting the co-op together, and everything together for all of us to be able to make the connections and work together.
I agree. I agree.
and
This
this
is
is the
what's
first
going
time
to help us change the industry. If we
and this is
don't
the
step
first
up, yeah, if we don't step up to the plate and start doing these ourselves, it's not going to get done.
Yep. See, like in my case, I've been here for over 30 years, and I don't know any better. It's not like I'm gonna go and be a greeter at Walmart, And I tell you what, I mean, it's like, hey, we need to make this better. We need to make it more professional. We need to be more inviting in the right way. We need to be teaching the right way how to figure out, your operating costs. I mean, so you can be more profitable. And by you being more profitable makes me more profitable because I don't have to be fighting per se on the rates out of Carrier Tools. I don't have to be guessing, how much is a lane moving for in real time. Because you know what? DAT and all those low boards are not going to really tell you. They just tell you what is being posted. But you know what? If you can negotiate better rates with information that is provided
They
to you
want to
by
show
Carrier
you.
Tools, it's better. Exactly.
Yeah, and who
All
better
the
than
lane rates that all the lane rates that DAT, truck stop, and everything that the lane rates that they put out, it's what they want to show you.
Exactly.
It's not what they're actually getting the loads for, or what the load should be moving at, or what your operational cost is. And that's what a
Exactly.
lot of the drivers think it is. They
And it's
think
not.
that, yeah, they think it's that they can run at those rates. But here's the thing, they don't figure in the operational cost.
No.
And not only that, like I've been saying for about 3 years now, they manipulate the market rates. They put out what they want to show you.
Hmm. Yeah, and a lot of
That's
people
it.
swear by the 30-day average and all that, and it's not. That 30-day average is just basically what is being posted there. The negotiated rate, the one that you moved it for, if you're inexperienced on that
Mhm.
lane or whatever lane that is not being posted because brokers are not going to tell you, hey, you know what? I moved it for $300 more. That's not going to show in the matrix. If we can pass on that knowledge, us, the ones that do that lane, whatever lane that is, it's you have the information that it's moving for. So you'll see that sometimes it's off by $300, $400, $500, even $1,000.
Yeah, I've
The whole
gotten loads
thing.
almost 2,000 over. I booked
Exactly.
loads myself that were almost 2,000 more than what they were trying to move it for on the
Right,
load board.
right. So if you believe on that DAT, a 30-day average or 90-day average for a certain lane, it's not accurate at all.
Yeah,
No, all that
and
is the lowest rate
Come
that
on
they
now.
actually get the loads moved for.
If it's posted on the internet, everybody knows that it's true. Come on.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Oh yes, yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
I got something
Yeah,
for
Elvis
that. I
still alive,
got something
man.
for that.
Elvis
Hold
still
on.
alive. Elvis still alive.
He is. He's my next door neighbor. Jimmy Hoffa lives three houses down from me.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to
Well, say
bullshit.
hello to him for me. I'm just wondering if he will be proud of us with this. I tell you, I'm wondering. I'd like to ask him, are you proud of us, or you think we still need you?
Right?
yeah, and you know what? That's why I give you a lot of credit, Low Shark, because when you have people like Mike and Jane, Chris, myself, that we are trying to better the industry, good advocates, we pass it on. When they believe in you and your product, we will pass it on if it's going to benefit.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
there is a great group of advocates that know what they're doing. So I'm glad that you're starting to step up and share something that is created to better the industry and better ourselves. So I applaud you for that. Come in and share what you guys created over here. And I'm glad that, like I said, Mike, Jane, and Chris and myself, we're able to learn about things like this.
Well, thank you. Thank you for
Yeah,
being a part of
and
it.
there's a
Thank you
lot
for being
more
part of the change.
advocates that's behind us.
Would you? How would you like to be on our website, Mike? Down there under Truckers Tools, where we have some other things like what you're doing, and like we got a section on our website that has like Mud Flap and Trucker Path and all that, and some other stuff on there.
Hmm.
It would just be a link down there, to your web to where to get the thing at and stuff and everything. It's not no cost. We don't charge nothing. We don't charge anybody
Well, thank
for
you.
anything. It's just a informational page is what we got. It's
Sure.
WeTheTruckers.com.
Okay, excellent. Thank you for that. Yeah, well, really appreciate it. Like I said, it's something completely free of charge. It's just networking with each other. It's about making us better every day. Yeah.
Right. Well, that's the same thing
This,
that our page is. Our website that we have advocates on there. We have people that help truckers in that. Like we got one organization on there that helps you get home to your family when you pass away out on the road. We got another one
final mile.
that
Yeah.
Yep.
goes around the truck stops where she lives at during like Christmas and Thanksgiving, hands out gift bags to the drivers and thanks them. And then we got a government page, and then we got the one with all the other stuff on it. You know, the tools to help truck drivers.
Well, thank you for doing that, sir. Thank you very much. On behalf of
Yeah,
Carrier Tools, thank you for what you're
it
doing.
sounds like a pretty good app, and I'm gonna have to
Thank
download
you.
it and check it out and everything. But you know, we can add you on there. And you know, our website's free for everybody.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really appreciate it. Like I said, I mean, there's not a hidden agenda here at all. We're just trying to make trucking better. I want to make, you know, trucking better every day. I want to feel proud of what I do now because, you know, we got to be more professional. We got to be better every day.
Well, the wife's the one that come up with our webpage, and the reason she did that is because, you know, years ago there was what 4 or 5
The
social
sound
media
went.
websites, and now there's like
I
1,000
can't
of
hear
them. So,
anybody.
uh-oh.
Can you hear us, Low Shark?
We're having some technical difficulties here, I think.
Yeah. Can you hear us, Low
Yeah.
Shark?
I can hear you.
Oh, thank you.
Hey, Low Shark, are you there? Hold on. Let me try to.
Kick him out again.
Yeah. Are you back with us? Low Shark.
She's on her way, babe. So here in a minute, you're going to have to go stand outside and. I did.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. Shoot. I was trying to mute my mic and everything glitched.
I could hear everybody except him. I don't think he could hear us.
Yeah, he dropped out like completely. I don't know if he's in the bad area or what.
Maybe he's still driving. Just give him a minute. But you know what? One thing that I did notice with the load boards over the 72-hour blitz, let's say for a number's sake, the loads before the blitz, they were paying, let's say for an average sake, they were paying $3 per mile. During the blitz, the next day, the first day, which is the 12th, on a Tuesday, the rates went up the roof. They were a double the rate per mile. So it tells you that there is money in the loads, because there's no way you can go from $3 to $7 or $8 per mile in 2 days. So I just wanted to share that information because I was able to track what happened in the spot market in 2 days. So that was very promising to see, like, wow, the power of just not able to have enough capacity for 2 days out on the roads, the difference that it makes on the rates.
Yeah. They'll try to say that they adjust for those times because they know that it's going to happen. But they try to manipulate it to where it's not in the contract and that the shippers understand and all of this. It's already these contracts are actually set in place for anywhere from 6 months to a year, if not even longer. Are all loads that way? No, but majority of them are.
Yeah, I was just wanted to share that because I'm pretty sure you guys know. But man, that was amazing to see the race double in one day. So it was a good thing to see. That tells you too, like how many people didn't drive as well. Some of the truck stops that I usually stop, they were empty. There was not a lot of traffic out on the road as well. So it did do something to the industry just by a blitz, right? So I just wanted to mention that because it did surprise me a little bit. I never seen something like this before, not to that level.
Yeah, but what they need to stop doing is they need to stop announcing when they're going to do the darn thing and just pop up.
That's true.
Announcing
That's
it
true.
doesn't do any good because half the people stay home.
Then they go against the law that
Absolutely.
then they go against the law that states that they can't entrap us either.
That's true. And you know what? To even make it better, Mike, I was able to see, like in Arizona, that they were focusing on the 17 and the 40. So I run the 10. So I was like, okay, well, I guess it's better for me here. Um, you know, I care about safety and I always promote safety.
Mhm.
But a lot of these times, I don't know if you guys ever experienced this, but a lot of these guys will punish you. I had an experience, and I use this as a testimony. Uh, Back in 2007, I had a 2008 brand new flatbed. We purchased two of them, brand new. There were 2008s, and we were in 2007. And and when I went through the through the grapevine scales, I got stopped and I was inspected. The brand new trailer, the inspector says, "Oh, you know what? On the hoses from the air chamber, you need to have one more separator. Mind you, this is a brand new trailer approved by DOT, certified, and they wrote me up for that. This is how far they can go. There was a story on the 58 here in California that the scale guy had cahoots with the mechanic there, and they had the story says that they will stop you, tag you out, and they call the brother-in-law so they can come and repair your truck, and they rob you with the prices, right? I I heard this for years until it happened to me. I got stopped on the 58. They said that a couple of my hoses were what the word they used. They were a little bent. They have a word that they used, and they tagged me out. And guess who they called? So I lived that story. So that's why a lot of the drivers that have been around for a minute, they don't really trust the scale houses anymore because we believe that yeah, we need to be safe, we know what to do to stay safe, but a lot of times they'll find something or they make up something to punish you. That's something that I did learn myself, and I understand the side too. What you guys think of that?
Yeah, but see, you were in California, the same corrupt state that the banding scales in that was doing the same thing.
But I've seen
What
it
do you
throughout the
think I call it?
states.
Tommy Fuckhart State.
You
I
know,
I
banding got busted for the same stuff.
Yeah, I seen it through all the states. I had the same experience in many of these scales throughout the country. I don't believe it's just California. In fact, I have a
Yeah, it's
story
not
here
just
in
California.
California that I cannot share here how great the officer was with me. But we have good and bad officers everywhere. So
Oh
to
yeah.
me, it's not limited to a state or a state line. We have good and bad officers everywhere. That's what the officer is teaching us when he's teaching our classes. Be ready for any kind of attitude. Be ready for any kind of behavior, because sometimes the driver might be more of professional than the officer. Let's face it, and that's what he's teaching us always to remain calm, to be professionals, even if the officer is not doing it so.
Yeah, it looks like we lost Mike again. But
Yeah,
load chart.
he must be moving in a bad area.
Yeah, yeah.
But
He's trying to probably join us. So you guys got what? Anything else? You guys want to talk about anything else?
no, one thing I did want to bring up is, we have to give a shout out to the other advocates that's in the industry. Um, Mitchell Ricegraph, he's working with us. He's a big promoter of, making change and reform in the industry. You got Roadhammer. He's working with us as well, helping us with the tech side and, being well informed on what we should be advocating for and how to go about it. Um, I mean, there's so many. I mean, you got James Lamb of SBTC, everything that they're doing with broker transparency, and they're even starting up a starting the uh starting up on the AI side with the cameras and the self-driving trucks. You got TMJ, Truckers Movement for Justice. I mean, there's so many. You can't even name them all. But that's what this platform's for, is, to make everybody aware of what's going on in the industry and how we can actually help one another and make those connections. We need to be able to connect with each other to help one another. That's the only way we're going to get change and reform in this industry.
Yeah, and thanks to all of you guys. The technology is not my thing. I'm an old dinosaur, so my respects to Jane, Roadhammer, and Mitch that are using this technology very well. That's something that I'm not very good at. So my full support to them, my respects to them. And this is why it's super important to have a team, because when you're weak in this particular area, there's somebody strong in it. But when somebody has a weakness, you're there to support them, right? And like they always say, you're only as strong as your weaker link. So this is what it looks like. We have Bounty Hunter as well, right? We have the movement from, what is it, FOPT, whatever it is. I just want to share this briefly with you in that note. Talking to Billy, right, from TMJ. I had a reporter from the Guardian reach out to me, and they're actually listening, and they want to know what we think about the industry. So I'll let you know what's up with that. But keep on talking, keep on doing your thing, because people are listening. So thanks to every single one of you, and I'm glad that the hope has been restored, right? And this is a good example by all of us here, that we have somebody from the Spanish community come in and share the platform with us and share what they're doing from their side. So we're actually working together instead of working against one another. So this is a great example what Truckers for Truckers is doing. We're uniting rather than dividing. So thank you guys for the experience that we're living, and maybe that brotherhood still does exist and is bigger than we think it is. So I think all of you are the brothers from the old days, and I believe, like, right here we've seen this, brothers helping brothers out. So thank you guys for doing that.
Yeah, there's a lot of advocates out there that are pushing for change, and you can go to our page, wethetruckers.com, and check out the ones on there. We got Vince with Truckers Unite Now. We got the Trucking Pontificator. He's on there. W. Bob's on there. Morning Coffee with Bob. You know, go check it out. It's up for you drivers to decide who you want to follow, and you know, go check these people out that we're all talking about. You know, the more you guys that we get behind some of these advocates, the better off it is for this industry. We need everybody to stand up to get this going and keep it going and get change done around here. Without people, we're going to go nowhere.
Yes, and a big shout out to like Jane or Kathy, right? They're women making a difference in the industry, representing women. They know a lot. They have a lot of skin in the game as well. So hats off to them as well, that we're representing the whole industry, not just part of it.
Real women for truckers.
Yeah, there's an advocate that we just added to our page here recently. What's it called?
Real women in trucking.
Real women in trucking. So you ladies out there, don't feel like you're being left out. There's several groups, women groups out there for trucking. There's a lot more than what you think there is.
Yeah, there is.
So,
And yeah,
Absolutely.
and that's what what me, Ignacio, Mike, Jane, Mitchell, Roadhammer, Bad Reputation, Sean from TikTok, we're all putting together a co-op to actually, how do I put this? We're putting a co-op together to make those connections, to get everybody's voices heard, and forming the table for us to come to and collaborate to get reform and change in this industry. That's about all I could say right now about it. It is coming soon. It will be announced here shortly. We do have a Facebook group already created. The co-op is actually called American Transportation Cooperative. You check out our Facebook group. You guys got anything else?
no, I think that's it.
No, I'm just saying again, thank you to Carrier Tools for developing this application for Common Good, not charging drivers for it, and not only the application, but it's a great community teaching others to do better in the industry and supporting them for no cost, regardless whether you like them or not. They're still willing to help. So I like that. And like I said, once again, thank you guys for allowing that side of the Spanish community come out here and kind of have this share this live with us. That means a lot to me, just to see the two sides right coming together and working as one for common good.
Right.
Oh, I do. I got one thing to add. You know, not all these advocates out here that are pushing change like each other or agree with each other 100%. Just like some of the drivers out here don't agree with what some of these advocates are doing 100%. So just because your buddy doesn't like this advocate, go check them out for yourself. Find out what they're about. You might end up liking what that individual's doing. So don't believe the talk and the garbage that everybody else is saying. Go check these people out for yourself. Do research. If you can get on Amazon and Google something for an hour trying to figure out what pair of socks you want to buy, you can spend a few minutes to check out an advocate or something related to trucking that's going to help save this industry. Those things are more important. And we need everybody needs to spend more time on the important things instead of just, it'll be all right, and go on Facebook and TikTok and Instagram and all that stuff. If you got time to do that, you can take 10, 15 minutes out of your day to find out things that are going on in trucking. And more people need to start doing that.
Absolutely. Well said, Mike.
Yeah, well said. All right. Again, we're on every Saturday, 4 o'clock Pacific, 5 o'clock Mountain, 6 o'clock Central, and 7 o'clock Eastern every Saturday. Come join us next week. I'm trying to get Pink Cheetah, Dakota Springfield, the one that got transparency from enforced from FMCSA against TQL. Hopefully, we get her on next Saturday. But see you then. Have a good night, guys. And be safe.
All right, all you
Thank you.
drivers, be safe out there on them roads. Be careful. Take care of yourself.
Yeah, have a good night. God bless you guys.